Ever stepped into a room and felt a vibe so icy it stopped you dead? No words, just a glance, a smirk, or a sudden distance that screams judgment. It's like your presence alone stirred something unspoken, heavy, and cold. Not all. Hate is loud. Some of it's quiet, slinking through fake smiles, subtle shade, or that awkward silence that says more than words ever could. The truth? It's rarely about you. It's about what you represent. Today, we're peeling back the curtain on why some people secretly resent you. Not because of what you've done, but because of who you are in their eyes. Grounded in stoic wisdom, these insights will flip how you see others and yourself. If this hits deep, stick with me. There's more to uncover than you think. Let's dive in. Picture this. You're killing it. Maybe you landed a promotion, nailed a personal goal, or just carry yourself with that quiet confidence that turns heads. But instead of cheers, you get side eyes. That's envy, the silent poison that festers. In the shadows, it's not always obvious. Envy doesn't scream, it whispers. It hides in backhanded compliments, dismissive shrugs, or that friend who's suddenly too busy when you're winning. When your light shines, it can cast a shadow on someone else's unfulfilled dreams. Your success, your discipline, your clarity, it's like a mirror, and not everyone likes what they see. Instead of chasing their own goals, some people turn their discomfort outward. They snipe with gossip, question your motives, or try to dim your glow to feel better about their own dimness. It's not about what you did wrong. It's about what your progress reveals about their insecurities. Here's where Stoicism steps in like a lifeline. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who faced betrayal and envy daily, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Their envy isn't your burden. You don't need to apologize for your wins or shrink to make others comfortable. Keep walking your path with integrity. Don't let their inner storm cloud your shine. Envy's a reflection of their pain, not your flaws. Respond with poise, not pride. Set boundaries, not battles. When you focus on what you control, your actions, your values, your peace, you rise above the noise. Their resentment can't touch you unless you let it. So stay steady, stay true, and keep moving forward with calm strength. That's the Stoic way. Sometimes, though, it's not envy at all. It's something simpler, quieter, and just as sneaky. A misunderstanding. Ever sent a text that landed wrong? Said something meant as a joke, but it hit like an insult? Or maybe you were just quiet, and someone read it as arrogance. Misunderstandings are like sparks. One small misstep can ignite a fire of resentment that burns beneath the surface. People don't always react to you. They react to the story they've built about you in their heads. A single misplaced word, a poorly timed silence, or an unintended frown can rewrite how someone sees you. Suddenly you're distant, uncaring, or worse in their eyes. And the worst part? They might not say a word. They just pull back, leaving you wondering what you did wrong. Stoicism teaches us that perception shapes reality. Marcus Aurelius put it best. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. When communication falters, people cling to their assumptions. They build narratives. He doesn't care. She's changed. They think they're better than me. And those stories harden into resentment. The fix? Clarity with a side of courage. Seneca, another Stoic heavyweight, said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." If you sense a shift, don't stew. Speak. Try something like, "I feel a disconnect. Can we clear the air?" Approach with curiosity, not defensiveness. Ask questions, not accusations. Sometimes a simple conversation can douse the flames. But here's the catch. Not everyone's ready to meet you there. Some people cling to their version of you like a security blanket. If they won't talk, let go. You can't force understanding, where pride or pain blocks the way. Focus on your side of the street. Speak clearly, listen deeply, and act with integrity. Their misjudgment isn't your mess to clean up. Then there's the deeper divide, clashing values. You live your truth, Maybe you prioritize discipline over indulgence, purpose over popularity, or authenticity over conformity. That's powerful. But it can rattle someone whose worldview doesn't align. Your choices, even your silence, can feel like a challenge to their beliefs. Say you skip the party to grind on your goals and suddenly someone's calling you too serious. Or you speak with calm conviction, and it unsettles someone who's never questioned their own path. You're not attacking them, but your existence holds up a mirror to what they've avoided facing. For some, that reflection sparks growth. For others, it breeds resentment, quiet, cold, and cutting. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher who rose from slavery to wisdom, said, "Every person is a product of their own experiences. Everyone's beliefs are shaped by their past, culture, trauma, or the need to belong. When your values clash with theirs, it's not just a difference. It's a threat to their identity. They don't see you as different. They see you as defiant. So they push back with passive aggression, judgment, or distance." The Stoic response: stay grounded. You don't need to argue or convert them. Respect doesn't mean agreement. Live your values boldly but gently, without contempt or apology. If your path isolates you, so be it. As Seneca warned, it's said, "Not the one who strays from the path who's lost, but the one who never dares to leave it." Some will resent you for your courage, but that's their struggle, not yours. Keep walking with integrity and let their discomfort be their teacher. Now let's talk about something that cuts deeper than most: gossip. It's the whispering weapon that can turn you into a villain without you ever knowing. Someone twists, a story embellishes a moment, or straight up lies, and suddenly you're wearing a version of yourself you don't recognize. Gossip doesn't need to be true to do damage, it just needs to feel true. People lap it up because it's juicy, not because it's accurate. Before you know it, colleagues are distant, friends are frosty, and you're left defending yourself against a ghost. The pain of gossip isn't just the lies, it's the betrayal of being judged without a chance to speak. Marcus Aurelius faced this too, surrounded by court intrigue. His advice? If you're distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. This you have the power to revoke. You can't control what others say in rooms you'll never enter, but you can control how you respond. Don't chase every rumor or fight every falsehood, that's a losing game. Instead, let your character do the talking. Live with such clarity and consistency that the lies fall apart under the weight of your truth. Time and integrity are the ultimate antidotes. Seneca put it this way: a good character, when established, is not easily overthrown. Those who know you won't be swayed by whispers. And those who are, they never truly knew you. Stay unshaken, and let the gossip fade into the noise it is. Sometimes the resentment isn't about envy, miscommunication, or values. It's about projection. People carry wounds they don't talk about, fears, failures, insecurities, and when they see you thriving, it stirs their pain. Your confidence reminds them of their doubt. Your discipline highlights their complacency. Instead of facing their own shadows, they point the finger at you. It's not a conscious attack, it's a reflex. But it stings all the same. A coworker grows cold when you get praised. A friend downplays your wins with a smirk. They're not hating you. They're hating what you represent, the potential they haven't tapped, the dreams they've buried. Seneca's words hit hard here. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Their projection isn't your problem to fix. You're not here to shrink so they feel taller. Marcus Aurelius added, "If someone criticizes without clarity, I hold to my path." Don't internalize their negativity. It's their baggage, not yours. But here's the Stoic twist. Understanding their pain opens the door to compassion. You don't have to tolerate disrespect, but you can see their coldness for what it is, a cry from their own inner storm. Set boundaries with grace, respond with poise, and keep shining. Your light might unsettle them, but it could also inspire them one day. Either way, that's their journey. Yours is to stay true. Then there's the lack of empathy, a quiet but devastating force. Some people can't or won't step into your shoes. Without empathy, they misread your intentions, twist your words, or turn your successes into personal slights. A moment of silence becomes arrogance. A boundary feels like rejection. They don't see you as a person with your own struggles. They see you as an obstacle or a threat. This isn't just a failure of feeling, it's a failure of perception. They judge fast, think in absolutes, and reduce you to a label. Over time, that misjudgment curdles into resentment, and you're left wondering why the air feels so heavy. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "You always own the option of having no opinion." Their lack of empathy isn't your burden. It's a sign of their limited vision. You don't need to fight for their understanding or absorb their coldness. Instead, protect your peace. Offer empathy where it's safe, but don't sacrifice your clarity for someone who refuses to see you. Stoicism isn't about hardening your heart, it's about refining it. You can set boundaries with compassion, walk away without guilt, and hold your ground without bitterness. Their resentment is their blindness, not your failing. Stay centered, and let their walls be their own. Competition can also turn sour, morphing into a rivalry that poisons connection. Healthy competition sharpens you, pushing you to grow, innovate, and excel. But when ego or insecurity creeps in, it becomes a silent war. Someone stops cheering for your wins and starts obsessing over them. They don't want to improve, they want you to falter. It's the colleague who smiles but undermines you, the friend who vanishes when you're up, or the sibling who competes not to grow but to outshine. This isn't about shared goals anymore. It's about their need to feel superior. Epictetus taught, "The only competition worth having is with yourself." Their rivalry isn't about your success. It's about what your success says about their self-doubt. You don't need to play their game. Stoicism calls you to rise above, to focus on your own growth, not their scoreboard. Marcus Aurelius warned that craving recognition erodes virtue. Let their bitterness be their burden. Compete with your past self, not their projections. Your peace is worth more than their applause. Keep pushing forward with grace and let your progress speak louder than their resentment. Sometimes resentment comes from something less personal, but just as powerful: social expectations. When you choose a path that defies the norm, quitting, a safe job, living unconventionally, or thinking differently, you disrupt the script others follow. Your authenticity challenges their comfort. In a world that praises conformity, your courage to stand out can feel like a quiet rebellion. People don't resent you for being wrong, they resent you for being free. Your choices force them to question their own, and that's a mirror some can't face. Seneca's wisdom cuts through. It's not the one who has too little who's poor, but the one who craves more. Society tells us to fear difference, but Stoicism tells us to embrace it. You owe no one your conformity, not your family, your culture, or the voices saying they want what's best. Live your truth with quiet confidence. Some will judge you, but that's because you remind them of the courage they lack. Don't let their expectations chain you to their comfort. Your life is yours to shape, and that's your power. Finally, there's the silent wound of being unseen. When someone's efforts, sacrifices, or presence go unnoticed, it erodes their sense of worth. In competitive spaces, work, friendships, families, the hunger for recognition runs deep. If they feel invisible while you're celebrated, resentment brews. They don't hate you for what you've done, they hate you for what you represent. The validation they crave but never get. It's not your fault, but it feels personal. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The opinion of others is nothing if it costs your peace." You can't control who feels seen or ignored, but you can control how you show up. Offer gratitude where you can, a kind word, a nod of respect, but don't shrink to ease their pain. Their resentment reflects their inner disconnect, not your failure. Protect your energy, build relationships rooted in mutual respect, and let go of the need to be everyone's hero. Some will dislike you for shining, but that's their loss, not your burden. As we wrap up, remember this: the reasons people secretly resent you often say more about their struggles than your truth. Envy, misunderstandings, clashing values, gossip, projection, Lack of empathy, rivalry, social expectations, or feeling unseen. These are their battles, not yours. Stoicism gives you the tools to rise above. Control what you can, release what you can't, and walk your path with integrity. Honor those who see you clearly and let go of those who don't. Your peace is your power, and no one can take that away. If this spoke to you, drop inner peace in the comments to mark this moment. Share your thoughts, subscribe for more clarity, and when you're ready, the next video's waiting to guide you deeper. Keep shining, keep growing, and never apologize for being you. That's the Stoic way.